Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news in a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL. Reports are swirling about a blockbuster trade involving one of the league's most dominant edge rushers, Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns. Now, before you get your hopes up fully, let me clarify. This is still in the realm of speculation, but the rumors are gaining traction and the implications are huge, especially for the Green Bay Packers. If this deal goes through, it could significantly reshape the NFC North and the Packers' chances of making another deep playoff run. Sources close to the situation, including some whispers from Diana Rossini, suggest that Garrett, who's been a force of nature on the Browns' defensive line, might be heading to Green Bay. The proposed trade: Garrett would be moving to the Packers in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. Cleveland is reportedly weighing this move due to their current struggles on offense and defense, and Garrett's contract situation, which includes a cap hit of around $15 million this year. The Browns, sitting at 2-7, have been underwhelming, giving up about 4 points per game and leaking 211 points over 9 games, which, frankly, isn't good enough for a team with playoff aspirations. Now, let's think about what Garrett would bring to the Packers. We're talking about a Defensive Player of the Year candidate who's been a nightmare for quarterbacks. His 2025 season has been nothing short of spectacular, with 24 solo tackles, 10 assists, 34 combined pressures, 11 sacks, and over 77 yards in tackles for loss. His ability to pressure the QB with a pressure rate of around 25%, combined with 20 QB hits, makes him one of the top pass rushers in the entire league. His PFF grade for 2025 sits at an elite 93. 2, ranking him as the top edge rusher in the league. This isn't just about sacks, it's about how Garrett constantly disrupts plays, forces turnovers, and creates chaos in the backfield. His career stats are staggering, with over 88, 5 sacks, 170 assists, and 312 solo tackles. The big thing about Garrett is his durability. No injuries so far this year, which is a huge plus considering how often defensive stars get derailed by nagging injuries. As a run defender, he's also one of the best, similar to J.J. Watt's impact in the Steelers' defense, generating over 220 pressures in 2021 alone. The Browns are clearly looking to cut their losses, especially since they're paying Garrett around $24 million this year, and with their current record, it's understandable why they'd want to shake things up. For Green Bay, adding Garrett would be an absolute game-changer. Pairing him with Preston Smith and Rashan Gary, if he's healthy, creates a lethal pass rush trio that could rival any in the league. The Packers already have a solid front, but Garrett's presence would elevate it to an elite level. His explosiveness and ability to collapse the pocket would give the Packers' defense a new dimension. Think about it: with Garrett and Gary rushing the passer, opposing quarterbacks would have no safe zone, leading to more turnovers, more sacks, and a noticeable drop in points allowed. The impact on the Packers' defense would be immediate and profound. Their current pass rush ranks around PFF 78, which isn't bad but certainly leaves room for improvement. Garrett's addition could push that number into the top tier, maybe even into the 90s. His presence would also help the secondary, giving them more confidence to attack the ball, knowing the front is putting relentless pressure on the QB. This could translate into more turnovers and a better overall defensive efficiency. In fact, some projections suggest that with Garrett, the Packers could see their opponent points per game drop from around 24.6 to roughly 17, and their third down defense could improve significantly, reducing opponents' conversion rate from 37% to about 32%. That's a massive difference in a league where every possession counts. But it's not just about adding a star pass rusher. It's about the kind of culture and mindset Garrett would bring to Lambeau Field. His reputation as a relentless competitor and a game-changer on defense fits perfectly with what the Packers aim for: a tough, physical, and intimidating defense that can bend but not break. His addition could also help the Packers leverage more blitz schemes, creating confusion for opposing quarterbacks and increasing the likelihood of sacks and turnovers. The Packers coaching staff, under head coach Matt LaFleur and defensive coordinator Joe Barry, would surely find creative ways to maximize Garrett's talents, making him a focal point of their defensive game plan. Now, there are some caveats. The Browns are reportedly skeptical about trading Garrett, especially given their current record and the importance of his presence on their defense. Cleveland's focus right now seems to be on reevaluating their roster, especially since they're paying Garrett a hefty $24 million this season. They might see this as a way to recoup some draft capital and start rebuilding, but it's not a done deal yet. The Browns' front office is known for being cautious, and they might hold on to Garrett unless the offer is just too good to pass up. Plus, there's the matter of fit. Cleveland might want to keep Garrett for their rebuilding efforts, especially if they're planning to move in a different direction. On the other hand, the Packers have been aggressive in seeking impact players to bolster their squad, especially on defense. With a cap space of around $10, $3 million, they could make this work, especially if they restructure some contracts or push some money around. The idea of pairing Garrett with Rashan Gary, who's been showing flashes of his own elite potential when healthy, could make the Packers' front seven one of the most feared in the league. And let's not forget, Garrett's reputation as a double-team nightmare would free up other defenders, creating more one-on-one matchups and opportunities for sacks. The potential trade also signals a shift in the Packers' approach. If they manage to acquire Garrett, it sends a message that they're all in for a playoff push this year. With a roster that's been building around Jordan Love, they'll want to maximize the talent around him and give him every chance to succeed. Garrett's addition would complement the offense nicely, especially if the Packers can continue to develop their running game and protect Love better. It's a move that could energize the entire team and fan base, giving everyone a renewed sense of confidence and excitement. Looking ahead, the NFL trade deadline is always a nerve-wracking time for teams and fans alike. The Packers have shown a willingness to be aggressive in recent seasons, and adding a player of Garrett's caliber would certainly fit that mold. It would also send a clear message to the NFC North. The Packers are not just competing, they're aiming to dominate. The division has become more competitive with teams like Detroit and Minnesota playing some solid football, but a move like this could tilt the scales in Green Bay's favor. Of course, there's also the question of how Garrett would fit into the locker room. He's known for his fiery personality and relentless work ethic, which could mesh well with the Packers' culture of hard work and resilience. His leadership qualities and reputation as a game changer would likely elevate the intensity and focus of the entire defense. Plus, playing in Lambeau Field, with its historic and intimidating environment, could bring out the best in him, especially during those crucial late-season games when every sack and every play matters. Fans of the Green Bay Packers should be excited about the possibilities. Although nothing is official yet, the rumors alone have sparked a lot of conversations, and hope that this could be the game-changing move the team needs to make a serious run at the Super Bowl. With Garrett's talent and the Packers' depth and coaching, this hypothetical scenario could turn into a reality that benefits everyone involved. It's a bold move, no doubt, but in today's NFL, boldness often leads to greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we look at this potential blockbuster, it's clear that the Packers are positioning themselves to be more competitive than ever. The addition of a player like Garrett would not only bolster their pass rush, but also send a message across the league Green Bay isn't messing around. They're serious about pushing for a Super Bowl, and this kind of move could push them over the top. The NFC is wide open this year, with teams like San Francisco, Dallas, and Philadelphia all vying for supremacy. But the Packers have the talent and now, possibly, the moves to make a real statement. And for all the fans out there, this is what we love about the NFL, the drama, the big trades, the possibility of turning a team's fortune around in an instant. We've seen it happen before, and it's always exciting to imagine what could be if this deal comes true. Imagine Lambeau Field rocking with Garrett in a Packers uniform, bringing that relentless energy and making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks. That's the kind of image that gets us all fired up. In conclusion, while everything is still in the rumor mill, The potential trade of Myles Garrett to the Green Bay Packers is one of the most talked about topics in the NFL right now. It could reshape the division, boost the Packers' defense, and bring a new level of excitement to Lambeau. Fans are eager to see how this story unfolds, and we'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. But one thing is for sure, if this move happens, it's going to be one of the most significant in recent Packers history and could be the key to their Super Bowl aspirations. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through thick and thin. Go Pack Go!